All right, guys, pictures up.
Pictures up.
Pictures up.
Let's roll sound.
Rolling.
Rolling.
Sound speeds.
Camera speeds. 2. Awesome. Take 2. Mark.
Set. And action.
Welcome to the Penn Cinema Podcast, your behind-the-curtain connection for movie news and reviews. Now here are your hosts, Penn Ketchum and David Moulton.
Welcome to the show. I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum. What's up? David, first and foremost,
Yeah.
we have to address the abacus in the room.
The abacus in the room.
My man, I can't tell you how many people commented, texted me, emailed me, or when I saw them over the holidays, and they were like, hey, this best of the year episode that you guys did for the conclusion of 2023, that was your best episode ever. And at first I was like, oh, wait, what?
Wait, hold on a second.
Wait, what?
I like I was proud of the little special opening I made of it, like, I wanted to do something bigger, like it was taking over.
Yeah.
But of course I came up with that idea on Christmas Day.
Right.
So there was no time to get the recordings.
No, between the two of you.
Give me all the credit.
All the credit, all the kudos. But seriously, thank you to the abacus.
Yeah, big thanks to the
One,
abacus.
Mr. Roland Smoker.
Yeah.
Because that was just such a great, like, first of all, let's just say, like, well done.
Yeah.
It was great. And then second of all, like, how kind, like how wonderful to take the time out of your day, because he's got the same amount of minutes. I don't know if you heard that. He's got the same amount of minutes that you and I do.
The same.
It's limited.
Wow.
He's on the limited plan.
I thought he had a little bit more.
No, he's on the limited minutes plan.
Yeah.
And he chose to spend some of his minutes putting that masterpiece together, for which I was really grateful and I was really moved. And I'll tell you a true story. I'm at a holiday party and I'm talking to a friend of mine, and she reveals to me for the first time, hey, I listen to your show every single week and I love it. And I was like, oh my God, I did not know that.
Nice.
And then I was like, how come you don't write in? And she's like, I don't know. I just never, kind of got all shy and stuff. But anyway, she went on to say that she actually, I'm trying to think if I had listened to it yet or not. But anyway, she went on to say how much she enjoyed the year-end review that you and Abacus put together.
The abacus.
I know, but I know you put the effort into editing it and putting it all together and getting it published and putting it out there. So, but the point is, it was really cool that you did that. A lot of people made comments to me that they appreciated it and thought it was really well done.
Yeah.
And I will also say, I think you did too. I listened to the whole thing.
Yeah, I did.
And I was laughing right along, even when I knew what was coming.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, because some of the stuff, like, I knew the punchline, but I forgot how he got there.
Yeah.
Like, even the number one, which was the one that we both love of us trying to BS each other.
Right.
Neither of us had seen the movie. But even I forgot how, like, that had gone down.
Right. And it was funny how some of the conversations, now, for most of them, when he introduced it, I knew where he was going right away. But for some of them, or at least one or two of them, I remember, like, wondering, like, where is this going? What are we doing? Oh, right. And then it gets there. And anyway, so big shout out to the abacus.
Yeah.
And also, we might as well reiterate what we did last time, which is a big shout out to all of our listeners and how much we appreciate you guys. And we're just so lucky to have you guys.
And a huge thank you to everyone who's written in or contributed.
Yep.
Not only just this last year, but when I walked in, I said I was the new OG.
Oh, yeah.
And you were like, what's up with that?
Yeah.
And you're the new OG too.
I am.
You know why?
Why?
Because we've now been doing this for 5 years.
Oh, snap.
Buster Brown. This is our...
Crackle pop.
We have just surpassed 5 years. We are entering year 6 of this podcast. We'll learn how to do it soon.
Oh, my God.
Any minute now,
I think...
we'll get it.
As Steve Martin said in The Jerk,
Yeah.
Things are starting to happen for me now.
Yeah. We're about to launch.
Right. Look out, world. Here we come. You don't want to rush into these things.
No.
Yeah.
Take it, I said,
Right.
let's do a cheeky 5 years.
Right.
And if we like where it is, we'll start releasing the podcast.
We'll start doing it. Yeah. Oh my God. All right, David, enough fooling around. What do you got news-wise?
Oh my gosh.
Hot off the presses.
Hot off the presses.
Ouch.
So, for those who don't know, you're listening to this in the future or in the past.
Right.
We just had the holidays.
Indeed.
Christmas and New Year's went by.
Yep.
And, Pen and I spent every moment together, so it was like there wasn't a whole lot of news.
Yep.
So we were just like, let's just hang out nonstop. And then I came across this amazing thing that just had me stop in my tracks and go, I'm sorry, what?
What?
Christopher Nolan.
The director of such hits as Inception.
Yeah. And what I would say, one of the most influential superhero movie trilogies of all time.
Well, that's where I was going.
Right.
I mean, you start with Inception, and later he did Tenet, but in the middle,
it's The Dark Knight.
The Dark Knight trilogy.
Which shaped movies.
And is my favorite, like easily, and I think everybody's. Podcast at pencinema.com. If The Dark Knight trilogy is not the best, if you, for some impaired reason, don't believe that The Dark Knight is the best Batman, then let us know why, and then we'll take you off our subscription list.
Right. And we'll tell the doctor, you should remove that shrapnel from your brain.
up their meds.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what about Christopher Nolan?
Christopher Nolan's like, hey, everybody, you know how I did this amazing thing? Well, actually, the thing is, one part of this is people are saying that he doesn't give himself enough credit for what he did.
Well, that's true.
And so that's part of the problem. I'm going to say it's a problem.
Would you go, I know you're trying to get to a point, but I want to hang on this just for a second. I'm not trying to be funny. Would you say that Christopher Nolan, like, is that the problem, that people aren't doing what he did?
No, no. Well, how do I say this? He's not giving himself enough credit for how he changed film.
Do we need more Christopher Nolan in today's superheroes?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because I think he doesn't want to.
Okay.
And that's like, put him in then you get bad stuff.
Gotcha. Okay, I'm sorry. Go ahead. So Christopher Nolan made a statement recently.
Right, and it was that Zack Snyder is one of the most influential superhero directors of all time. That his Man of Steel,
Justice League,
Suicide Squad, I think that's a big... I see the Zack Snyder stuff was a response...
Yes.
To even the X-Men stuff was a response to
like
sure. Well, the whole idea was that, Batman came out. Mm-hmm. It was gritty and real, and it got rid. It was no longer that flashy color world. And even at that point in time, the other superhero movies were still flashy and bright.
Right.
Even the beginning Marvel ones.
True.
Marvel still is, but your Spider-Mans and the first phase of Avengers was still very bright. And then you have this Dark Knight trilogy. It's like, oh, it's real and gritty. And then both Fox and Sony and Universal were all like, let's turn it up. If they like that, wait till they see this.
Yep.
Yeah. And thus came Zack Snyder, and I stand by it. I feel like Man of Steel is good. I like Man of Steel. I know a lot of people don't, but I feel like that's like the only good one that he really did.
I need to rewatch it. I saw it when we had it.
Yeah.
And then now I need to rewatch it.
If you look at it as a standalone adaptation, like I really enjoy it. Yeah. But yeah, I just think this is like, oh man. If you want to say that he's one of the most influential, I don't think that that's a good influence. Overall.
Here's the thing, and I don't say this judgmentally, like, oh, he's a bad director or a good. I just disagree with the statement,
right?
Because I feel so strongly what you said, which is that he's not an influential. He's a reaction. He's a reflection of Christopher Nolan.
Right.
A natural response.
Even if you look at it, well, who had the same effect at Marvel, and it's like, all right, fine. Look, they have a lot of different directors, and if you want to stretch, you could say the Russo brothers. But like,
Who directed the first Iron Man?
Jon
Favreau.
Jon Favreau.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say he's the most influential Marvel director. Because everything that came after Iron Man
Was based around that.
was a continuation of that. He set the. Now I know that what's his face, who's the main guy,
Kevin Feige.
Kevin Feige set the tone.
Yeah.
But I really feel like it was Feige and Favreau that sort of got that Iron Man home run to set the stage for all the Marvels thereafter.
Right.
I could be wrong.
No, I'm just debating in my head if the Russo brothers had a bigger impact but their movies were just bigger, not necessarily as film changing.
Gotcha. Right.
So you might be right in that aspect.
Yeah.
So anyway, this is kind of a crazy statement that's been dissected a lot of the different places. If you're interested in hearing more about it, definitely just go check your film sites out.
Now, the other thing is whether or not you agree with the statement. It's interesting in and of itself that Christopher Nolan said this in the first place.
Right.
Like, okay, we're learning a little something about Mr. Nolan.
Right. And that's where
Interesting.
the articles are interesting because either A, they're in defense or against the statement.
Right.
But then there's a lot of articles that are like, why doesn't he see that, like, it's him?
Right.
You know, like, why is it? And I guess from what I've been reading, it's like his personality is to not give himself credit.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough.
So,
All right.
yeah.
You know who that is?
Really the tune?
That's my impression of Steamboat
Okay.
Willie.
That's your impression of
Yeah.
Steamboat Willie. Why would you bring up Steamboat Willie?
I don't know. Just crossed my mind.
Well, it's a good thing it can cross your mind and you don't get sued
Oh, yeah.
nowadays.
Well, no, because it's a Disney property, so.
No, not anymore.
What?
Yeah, that's right. So Mickey Mouse is now a public domain character. Specifically the version of Mickey Mouse from the Steamboat Willie era.
AKA black and white, hand-drawn Steamboat Willie floating down the Mississippi, whistling a happy tune.
Just very distinctly, it's Mickey Mouse.
Right.
It is Mickey Mouse.
Right. But Mickey's original name, before he adopted the stage name of Mickey Mouse,
Right.
he was born Steamboat Willie.
Well, I think the movie's called Steamboat Willie.
Did you know that Emma Stone was born Emily Stone?
Get out of there.
True. It's true.
Wow.
All right. So anyway, Steamboat Willie.
Yeah. So it's entered. So right now the longest time for a copyright can be held is 95 years, and as a result, Steamboat Willie and Mickey Mouse has now entered public domain, which means as time progresses, more and more versions of Mickey Mouse will become public domain. Now they can still, you're like, oh, wait, but isn't that Disney's like brand?
Right.
He's still a registered trademark, so you can't go out and use it as a logo or anything like that to represent you.
So what can you do?
You can make your own interpretive adaptations.
Can I make a Mickey Mouse t-shirt and sell it?
Absolutely.
Wow.
Yep.
See, I feel like they would have lawyers that would prevent that.
Not after 95
Like,
years.
can't you
It's
renew?
public domain.
Can't you renew it?
So it started off that it was like 7 years and 14 years, and companies like Disney have been at the forefront of pushing to extend. And last time was 1998. They extended it to 95 years. At this point, they went to like the congressman or whatever that had been, no one took up the cause.
Yeah.
Decided that the idea that the government has is that it creates an unfair monopoly on something.
On my idea?
Well, the thing is, we're looking at it as Steamboat Willie, Mickey Mouse, iconic, huge monopoly of a company.
Right.
But what you have to look at it in the broader sense of like Shakespeare, right? Like, how long could a family hold on to the rights?
Should be forever.
Your books that you wrote downstairs.
Yeah.
Right. If you copyrighted them.
Right. Which I did.
Okay. All right. So your family can retain the rights to them for up to 95 years
Right.
if they renew them or whatever.
Right.
But after that point, it enters public domain, and then other people can use that to make other works.
Yeah.
And it has something to do with like, it's a big brainy thing, but it was something about like sociologically, like it benefits society to have things enter public domain after a certain period of time.
That makes sense if you invented the elevator. And, at some point, your patent can't last forever because at some point it benefits society for everybody to have elevators.
But so that's you're right. You're on the right idea.
Right.
But you have to think broad.
But how does Mickey, that's my idea. If I'm Walt Disney, I'm going, that's
You're
my
not
idea.
around anymore.
Right, but my heirs are.
Yeah, but
My people are.
They can still use it as a trademark. No one else can say, hey, I'm Disney.
Right.
Right.
Understood.
Right. But if you want to make a Steamboat Willie shirt with...
I would be so mad.
You want to put... Like, you couldn't put... I don't think you could put Steamboat Willie on a Penn Cinema shirt because that would be trademark infringement. But if you wanted to make just a Steamboat Willie shirt and sell that, that's different. So within 12 hours of the copyright, which means
so the copyright expired.
right, and within 12 hours of the copyright expiration, which means that these things were long in the works.
Right.
A trailer for a horror video game with Steamboat Willie, and production photos for a horror movie with Steamboat Willie. Now, we're you're arguing a lot because it's Mickey, right? You're thinking Mickey Mouse, but this just happened with Winnie the Pooh.
Yeah.
Remember them? There's been 2 or 3 Winnie the Pooh horror movies already.
Yes, I remember. Milk and Honey, I think, was the name of one of them.
Yeah, that was the first one.
We reviewed the trailer against my wishes.
Yeah.
If you recall.
So it was an important part of film history.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Say what?
All right, well, whatever. That's interesting. I'll give you this. It's interesting. I don't like it because I feel like if somebody has an idea, invents a character, and that's their idea forever. I shouldn't be able to make money off your cartoon.
Yeah, okay, but what if your daughters decide not to have any children,
Right.
right?
Right.
Then no one can ever reproduce your books.
Right.
Wouldn't you want your work to be out there and appreciated?
Well, I think the money, yes, people can reproduce my books, and the money would go to my estate or my charity or whatever
What if there's no one managing your estate? Well,
See, in that scenario, then I would assume
never to set
in that
anything up.
scenario, I would assume there would be some kind of vehicle to account for, the owner of this copyright is dead and has no heirs.
Be a big fight. Meanwhile, in another world,
The pen
95 years later, your books could be put in a compilation of best movie theater owner books ever written.
Right. And some poor bastard could be making dozens of dollars.
Think about it.
Right.
Think about it.
Well, folks, welcome to the Penn Cinema Legal Podcast, offering cutting-edge legal opinions.
Yeah. And coincidentally, that's all the news fit to print. Oh,
What's up?
that's right.
We have 3 new trailers this week. Cult Killer, Land of Bad, which I just...
Lando bad.
You don't stand a chance. When you name your movie Land of Bad,
Yeah.
you might as well just tell me the movie sucks.
Yeah.
Okay, and then the third one is American Fiction. And this was a very easy week for me as it relates to trailer of the
so
week.
easy.
Because one of the trailers looked amazing, and then the other 2 looked less amazing.
Let's start off with Cult Killer.
Okay.
Okay.
Calwi? Yeah. Easy for you to say.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. Clearly.
This gem opens on
Diamond in the rough.
right. This diamond in the rough
Yeah.
will be at theaters near you on January 19th. It stars. Oh God, I feel so bad for her because she had such.
She was the it girl.
She
for
was
like
the
a
it
hot
girl.
minute.
You know who she was? She was the hottie in She's Out of Your League. That's where we first met her.
Turns
And
out she was
in his
in
league.
the minor
Yeah,
leagues.
she was in the minor league. Anyway, Alice Eve and Antonio Banderas McLachlan
Yeah.
star in Cult Killer, which is what? A cop. She gets assigned to be a special investigator to investigate the other cops or something along those lines.
It looks like it was meant to be a murder mystery,
Okay.
but the trailer's like, well, let's make it seem more like Seven.
Right.
Like it's a high chase, go get 'em murder mystery instead of a slow burn type thing.
Do you remember the first time you saw Seven?
Yeah.
I mean, did that not blow your mind or what? I mean, that movie was almost hard to watch because it was so good.
It was. I would say at the time that I saw it, it was probably one of the most graphic things I had ever
Same.
seen.
If you haven't seen if you don't know what we're talking about, it stars Brad Pitt and Morgan Freeman, and it's one of the all-time classic sort of cop thrillers.
Gwyneth Paltrow too.
Gwyneth Paltrow, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah.
I will say, it's in the category of movies. Once you've seen it, it'll never be as good as the first time because there's plot elements, that really contribute to why it's so
Right.
great,
Yeah.
Okay, so the second trailer, David?
Is called Land of Bad, starring, is both Liam and Luke in it?
Yeah.
Liam and Luke Hemsworth and
Chris Hemsworth?
no. Kurt Russell.
No, Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe. Yeah,
The same thing. This gem,
What
this diamond in the rough.
what I thought about this movie
Yes.
was
Not much.
I was like, did Russell Crowe get canceled?
I thought he did, but then
Did he?
maybe that was Mel Gibson.
No, Mel Gibson got canceled.
Yeah.
But
I don't think Russell did.
and
but
so did House of Cards guy,
yeah, Kevin Spacey.
Kevin Spacey. And this is a very Kevin Spacey or Mel Gibson's role.
movie. Yeah,
And
yeah.
What you had a word for it. It wasn't phone in, but it was like they're in one
Yeah,
room.
yeah.
And there's no set changes, and they come in for a day and they film.
Yeah.
And then they had him for a day.
Yeah.
And then they just take that, they just cut in.
Mm-hmm.
So there's two things this movie's doing. It's one of those things where Liam Hemsworth and Luke Hemsworth had an action movie that wasn't quite entertaining enough. So they needed to add a little
spice.
add a little extra scenes. And they thought, you know what? Let's make driving drones seem cool. Can we do that? Let's give it a shot. Who would be the coolest person put behind the chair? Russell Crowe.
Russell Crowe.
A man known for sitting.
The gladiator himself.
Yeah. What if he sat?
You want to impress me? Put Stephen Hawking in this role.
Please.
God, I hope he's alive.
I think he is. Oh my gosh, sorry. Anyway, this looks horrible. It looks like two different movies to me.
I will say one good thing about it. If you can lower your expectations enough, it looks like it would be a fun action movie.
The guns all look way too big for the people.
So here's the thing. It
don't know,
opens
I
up
can't.
on February 16th. There's no world where I play this movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some studio is going to have to really talk me into it.
What kind of sweet talk would it take? Hey,
Low film rent, flexible scheduling.
hey, Penn, Christopher Nolan.
What opens on February 14th? There's
Christopher
a
Nolan said Land of Bad is the most influential action movie of their time. All right, final trailer. Our unified trailer of the week.
and thus trailer of the year
Ooh.
so far.
Yeah, and I would fight to say this would have been a contender for trailer of the week on a good week.
Yes, I would agree. The movie we're talking about is called American Fiction. We're talking about trailer number 2, starring Jeffrey Wright and a ton of other great actors.
Yeah.
Who you recognize but you don't know their name.
Right.
And the movie looks ridiculously good. We watched the trailer the first trailer a few weeks back,
Right.
and we got the gist of it as a black author struggling to get his book published, and maybe some really interesting commentaries on race and social issues and stuff like that.
That made it look more like a drama with a little bit of comedy.
Right.
This makes it look like a comedy with a little bit of drama.
Oh, I disagree.
Or with heart.
Yeah, with heart. Yes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't use the word comedy. I would say this trailer showed me that the movie is also about him and his family members. You know what I mean? And him, the storyline about a black author writing a black book is sort of the vehicle by which we learn about this family and a big heart, you know. And the only thing I don't like about this movie is the fact that it came out last year, you know, so limited.
Right.
You know, so a lot of the uppity ups are already putting this in their top 10 of best movies of 2023. We're still getting trailers for it.
Right.
Like, come on, I hate that.
Yeah. It's like last year with The Whale.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, all right. Well, that's our trailers for this week. That was Cult Killer, Land of Bad, and American Fiction Trailer 2. Now, did you see any of the new movies?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. Let's hold them for what you watch and what you...
Quick, or just
do you want to do a...
Did you watch any of them?
I only saw one, but yeah.
What'd you see?
I saw...
Give us a short review.
Okay, I saw...
I bump into you. We're both got places to be. We got to go. You tell me. I saw this movie.
I saw Poor Things.
And?
Which is... Of all the movies that had come out right before Christmas, everyone was like, really? And I was like, of all of them, I was most interested to see Poor Things. Not Aquaman. I still want to see Iron Claw. I still want to see the boats.
You better hurry up and see Iron Claw because...
It's almost done?
Their studio, A24, is operating on a clean or nothing policy.
Oh, shoot.
And your boy opted for the nothing.
So is it...
Thursday will be its last day.
Oh, snap.
Snap. Yeah, I'm
Crackle
telling
and
you.
pop. I will probably miss it.
All right, so tell me about Poor Things.
Poor Things was a very, very interesting, very off-the-wall, weird science fiction comedy.
Okay. Did you like it?
Yes.
Okay.
Like, it's one of those things, like, I don't know that I'll ever need to watch it again.
Yeah.
I don't know that I'm like, oh, I'm super glad that I saw it.
Right.
But I didn't regret seeing it.
Yeah.
I don't know how else. Did you see it?
No.
It's
the one of all the ones that I wanted to see. This is the one or of all the Christmas movies, as you said, this is the one I most wanted to see. And I still haven't seen it. I did see Boys in the Boat,
Okay.
which I loved.
Okay.
And I saw Migration, which I
good?
loved. So good. Marley and I saw that together. Migration is not anything other than exactly what you think it's going to be. And it's so satisfying. You know, it's fun. It's easy. It doesn't have a cynical bone in its body. You know, it's just 1,000% straightforward, feel good, fun, couple jokes, you know, pleasant to watch. So we loved Boys in the Boat. We loved Migration. And the girls all saw Color Purple, which I also want to see. But they loved it. They all came out crying. Grandma Robin was in there.
Wow.
Yeah. So.
Wow. Poor Things had a lot more weird nudity
Okay.
than I was expecting.
Okay.
And I a lot of the people around us, not in a like I'm upset, but in a like, well, I had a lot more dong than I thought that I was going to see today. So weird movie. Overall, I enjoyed it though. Okay. Acting is really great.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Now, this is what we came for.
This is
why we came.
Some people do the top 10s.
Yes.
But we're doing the top ends.
Anybody could do a top 10.
Yeah, we do the top ends, which means...
What are you saying, ends?
Ends.
Like ENDS.
Yeah.
Top ends.
Top ends. It's
Yep.
top ends of our chart.
Yep, gotcha.
So you want to start at 10 and work up, or you want to start at 1 and work down?
I want to start at 1 and work down.
So your best movie of the year.
Best movie of the year.
And then, so it's your top 5 best movie of the year, and then at 6, they progressively get worse until number 10 is the absolute worst movie that you saw this
Which,
this
just
year.
to set the scene,
Yeah.
on the worst movies of the year, David and I agreed on, well, we both agreed on the worst. And then there were 2 other titles which were in our mix of whatever word we want to use for those. And then on the top 5, we had 3 in common, although they were all in different spots.
Okay.
So start us off.
All right. Well, number one for me, my number one movie of the year is Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. I saw this movie multiple times. I loved it every time. I've watched it at home a couple times.
I think you declared at the time it was the best movie you'd ever seen, literally. Like it was your favorite movie. It's
I don't know if I said that, but I could have.
Okay, yeah.
I would almost stand by that.
Yeah.
And it does so many things right.
Yeah.
And it's just fabulous. And every time one of the things I love about this movie the most is showing it to people who haven't seen it and watching them because most of the times people who haven't seen it are really anti-watching it because it's a cartoon.
Right.
I'm not going to enjoy this.
Right. I'm wicked smart.
Yeah. Like I don't need whatever. I'm superheroed out. And then they watch it and they're like, whoa. Yeah. That's cool. So there you go.
Okay, Spider-Man was my number 2 movie.
Okay, well, don't give away.
Well, no, I'm just saying, because since I wouldn't have said that except for the fact that we were talking about it. I agree with everything you just said. I loved this movie. I watched it a couple different times. It was excellent. My number 1 movie, on the other hand, was Oppenheimer, which I pick over Spider-Man because I can pinpoint why. Because this movie fully has a third act. Like you're watching this movie this movie comes to a natural climax. Like this is the whole point of the movie, and then you look at your watch and you're like, oh my god, I got another hour left. What are we gonna do with that hour?
But then that hour, bang,
boom,
it's gone.
Yeah, there's a whole nother movie there.
Yeah,
the courtroom drama and everything, and it's just like everything. I don't know. It's really easy to say Spider-Man. I don't mean easy, but I mean. I completely understand why Spider-Man would be somebody's number 1 movie of the year, but I just felt like Oppenheimer was so well done at every turn.
Yeah.
Everything about it checks the box.
I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. And Oppenheimer is my number 3,
right?
Which we'll get to, number 3s. But I think the love of Spider-Man in general is I'll give it that I just already love the character.
Right.
And that I saw this character that I love done in such a magnificent way is what keeps it at the top for me. But I get the Oppenheimer run. Now Oppenheimer was for a long time my number 2 for the year. And then just a few weeks ago we took a gamble.
We did.
And we were like, all right, we didn't see any trailers for this movie. And we were like, I mean, you almost didn't watch it.
Right.
Right? And that's Godzilla -1. That's my number 2 movie.
Wow.
This movie, one of the reasons it ranks number 2 for me is just how surprisingly good it was.
Yes, I give you that.
And and I wanted to see it again and I haven't had a chance, but it's just absolutely a stunning monster movie.
So good.
Yeah. So that was my number 2, and you said yours was Oppenheimer.
My number 1 was Oppenheimer.
Number 2 was Spider-Man. Sorry.
Right. So David has number 1 Spider-Man, number 2 Godzilla -1, number 3. What do you got?
Number 3 is Oppenheimer.
Yeah. So I've got Oppenheimer as number 1, Spider-Man as number 2. My number 3 spot, Taylor Swift, the Eras Tour. And part of it is because what you said about Spider-Man, I just, I live with 2 Swifties and, I'm all caught up in it. And, I'm not a big Taylor Swift fan when you sit me next to an actual Taylor Swift fan.
Right.
But I'm rooting for her. You know what I mean? And this movie, this is an example of where I'm influenced by the business at the theater, or I should say the activity at the theater. Like, opening weekend of Taylor Swift was so fun.
Mm-hmm.
So many people came out for it, and every single person who came out was having a good time, dressing up all in pink and in their different eras costumes. And then the other thing that adds an element of fun for me was how it came out of left field. Like the excitement of oh my God, Taylor Swift is releasing her concert in a movie. I'm like, what? And we, went through this I told you this story on an earlier show, the story of how we came to book it. And it was a really unusual process, and then, it's out of left field and, bada bing, bada boom, it's all crazy. Next thing you know, it's selling out. I'm putting it on 9 screens, 10 screens. IMAX is sold out. It did. One piece of collateral damage is it did challenge my relationship with Paramount, because Paramount ended up getting pissed on week 3 of Taylor Swift because they wanted me to hold Killers of the Flower Moon, which I did not. And that soured what had been a really great relationship.
Wow.
So and
still a little sour?
Well, we'll see. They got Mean Girls coming up in January. I'm
Yeah.
I'm hopeful that everybody just, got over it.
How do you think of the Paramount Warner Brothers merger?
Say what now?
You haven't heard?
No.
I'm not joking around.
Hit me.
That Warner Brothers they're looking at merging and buying Paramount
That would be great.
and having it be one big
happy family.
giant thing.
I think that would make perfect sense.
You think it's too monopoly?
No.
It's one less studio out there.
Yeah, great. More room for the little guys to come up.
Is it?
Yeah.
I reckon maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Maybe you're right.
Plus, Paramount is not what it used to be.
Yeah, the only reason I hold on to Paramount is because of Star Trek.
Well, that's why Warner Brothers. The only reason Warner Brothers would buy them.
Yeah, you're probably right.
I
Yeah.
mean, that's what I'm saying. All right, so number 1 for me was Oppenheimer. Number 2, Spider-Man. Number 3, Taylor Swift. I had Napoleon at number 4.
Really?
I did.
Really?
And again, because this is kind of an old school movie. I loved this movie.
Old school in the way that you're bored through most of it, or you can't follow or tell who any of the characters are because they all look the same?
Right, because that never happens in your movies.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Number 4 for me was Taylor Swift's The Eras Tour.
Okay, so you put her, she's in your top 5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this was number 4 was my most contended spot.
Ooh.
Because I debated with whether or not the Taylor Swift Eras Tour counted as a film. Because I was like, well, it's a concert. It's a concert. Like, do I get more artsy fartsy? We've got the holdovers, right? Asteroid City was really good.
Yeah.
Are they really number 4s? Because if they're not number 4, they're definitely not number 5s. So they're either better than number 5 or worse than number 5.
Yeah.
And in the end, I came to Taylor Swift was so phenomenal. It's one of those things.
Literally, a very well chosen word, phenomenal.
Yeah, it's 3 hours. 3
Almost.
plus?
No.
3-ish, 3
Two-
hours?
240.
Okay.
Come on.
It's a long
Come
time.
on.
It's a long time.
Yeah.
3 hours.
It's not 3 hours. Okay.
We add in.
Oh my God.
Add in everything, and I say the credits are worth watching.
True.
So it's 3 hours.
Oh my God.
Right?
Okay.
It's 4.5 hours.
It's no more than 5.
No, at bare minimum,
Right.
5:05.
Pack an overnight bag.
Yeah. So, but the thing is, I have wanted to watch it again since I left the theater.
Right.
I haven't, but I'm constantly telling people, you should watch this. You
Yeah.
need to watch this.
Yeah.
Because I want them to say, do you want to watch this? So that I can be like, I mean, I've seen it, but sure, I'll watch it with you.
I just had a very random thought.
Yeah.
I wonder what would happen. I'm going to try it. I'm going to
Yeah.
experiment it. I wonder what would happen if I reached out to the studio that distributed this film and requested to book it like for Valentine's Day weekend.
Oh.
Like, are they doing,
Valentine's Day.
most studios have if it's a big studio, like Sony, for example, has Warner Brothers is a great example, has an incredible library,
Yeah.
catalog. And, but this studio, Variants, I believe, they've got a smaller library.
Yeah.
Do they release? Do they re-release? Let's find out. Stay tuned. I will let you know.
I'm constantly like, this would make a good family view because my mom appreciates
Yes.
she doesn't necessarily like this music, but she likes good stage productions.
Yeah. David, let me just
She's not catching my hints.
let me comment. Well, listen, in July when she listens to this episode,
Yeah, July 2025.
Right. Let me comment on your comment about a concert film.
Yeah.
In the old days, a concert film was when they had a camera set up by the soundboard in the middle of the audience, and
Yeah.
they showed you what it looked like from the seats, halfway back on the floor.
Right.
This concert film, and all modern day concert films, the cameras are everywhere. The editing is unreal.
Yeah.
Like, everything about this movie like I'm glad that you made the decision that it counted as a film, because I fully agree, because the degree to which they made it a good concert film is like part of what makes it so great. Most of what makes it great is how great Taylor Swift is. But what puts it over the edge and makes it amazing is how well it was shot and creatively edited and put together and everything.
You know what the most upsetting thing about this movie is?
What's that?
Something I found out during our discussion of it is that it wasn't just one night.
Yeah.
That it was filmed over several.
That's how they do it.
I know, but it's so seamless that I was like, they had it so perfect and they did it so perfect. And you realize, oh, they did mess up, and they just covered it up. And the next night it was better. Right. And they did it better the next night.
Yeah. Well, and they had different ones to choose from.
Yeah.
And I think that that's part of your joke about the 3 hours is her concerts were a full 3 hours, if not a little bit more. But this movie edited all the scene changes and the costume changes and, you know, all the in-between songs down to seconds rather than maybe 45 seconds.
Right.
Yeah. All right. So David has Spider-Man, Godzilla, Oppenheimer, Taylor Swift, and number 5, his 5th best movie.
Because your number 4 was what?
My number 4 was
Napoleon. Right.
Because it was such a well-made movie. And I somehow found the attention span to appreciate
you cranked your pinky
the acting.
all the way out.
I did crank my pinky. Listen, David, I want to tell you something. I stand by this.
Really?
I do. I wrote out a full top 10 list because Drew Schaefer asked me to, because he was going to do something between Christmas and New Year's. I don't think we ended up doing it, but anyway, he asked me for my official top 10, and I gave it to him. And this was my number 5, so that was a few weeks, or my number 4, and that was a few weeks ago. And I stand by it. I've had a few weeks to reconsider.
You've seen other movies,
and I've seen other movies. Right. That's the most. That's what's so stunning about this whole conversation.
Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
All right. So what's your number 5?
Number 5 for me is The Whale. I know that you didn't see this one, right?
I did.
You did see it.
Yes.
Okay.
I thought we reviewed it together.
We did. I would know we reviewed it, but I can't remember if we reviewed it together. But you saw it before me.
That's what it was. Yeah.
You saw it in Philly or something.
Something like no, I don't know.
Whatever.
Yeah.
The Whale. It's one of those movies I will never watch again, but was just so absolutely like touching and thought-provoking and real.
Yeah. I will agree with you in the sense that it was an incredible movie.
Yeah.
So powerful.
Coincidentally, also the first movie we reviewed of 2023.
Yeah, there you go. It'll always have a special place in our heart.
Yep.
Was it technically a 2022 title?
Yeah, but we didn't.
We saw it in 23.
Yeah, the way that it came out.
Okay, so my number 5, 5th best movie was Air.
Air.
Ben Affleck, the Michael Jordan story. I loved this movie beyond.
Not Air Bud?
Right. Not Air Bud.
Okay.
So that's the good end.
Yeah.
Now we're going to work our way to the bottom end.
Yeah, a lot of other things happened.
Right. So we went through 5 titles, and I want to also share with you. Oh, because David, I didn't share my response to Drew with you because I didn't want to spoil the conversation. Right. But there were some interesting notes that I shared. So these are all comments on movies in between our top 5 and our bottom 5.
Uh-oh.
I wrote some stuff here.
Air Bud good.
This was interesting.
Yeah.
The Taylor Swift movie, obviously we've discussed ad nauseum how huge it was.
Was it?
It grossed less than half of Super Mario Brothers.
Wow.
The Little Mermaid, which was labeled by everybody and their brother as a flop, also outgrossed Taylor Swift.
Now, the thing...
Taylor Swift was outgrossed by Little Mermaid, Avatar, Spider-Man, Sound of Freedom, Guardians of the Galaxy, Super Mario, Oppenheimer, and Barbie.
I should have prepared the list because I did watch a list of actual profitable movies this year.
Oh, were there any?
Yeah. So the top 5 would surprise you. And some of the worst ones would also surprise you.
No, I appreciate that. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'll do that for next time.
That would be an interesting, not that we need to like beat the dead horse, but it would be interesting to just hear that.
Yeah, because it's what you think, looks like it's the best one.
Yeah.
You take the budget and you
the
double
marketing
it
budget
for marketing.
Right.
And they didn't. What?
Okay, so we have our top 5.
Yeah.
And now We are working
We're
our way
slowly-
towards the very bottom. So your fifth worst is David.
Napoleon.
My fourth best
Right.
is your fifth
Is my
worst.
fifth worst.
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 Talk to me.
I mean, you ever have high hopes for a movie and you walk in regretting like spending your time on it? And
Yes.
that's what happened with Napoleon. I had such high hopes. I thought this was going to be. I love period pieces, and I walked out feeling like this was just a jumbled mess of like scenes. I didn't know who his brother was even by the end of the movie. I couldn't tell who in the world his brother was. I'm like, what in the world? Like, I don't know who any of the other characters are. There's no subplots other than their love story. Which some would argue is that's the main plot. So it just was lacking tremendously.
My fifth worst was John Wick 4.
That almost made it on.
This
here,
was
too.
a movie that I really liked.
Yeah.
But the reason why it's my fifth worst is because it has that element of disappointment.
More of the same.
Because first of all, more of the same, and second of all, I was so hyped for it. I really thought like this was going to be the one.
See,
And-
so similar, similar
Yeah.
reasons for number 5.
Yeah.
The hype killed it.
David and I both agree on number 7, which would be our fourth worst.
Yeah, number 7 is Priscilla.
Well, David had Priscilla,
Yeah,
and I had Priscilla.
yeah. Well,
Yeah.
It potato, potato.
Very similar
It
movies.
depends on how you want to spell it.
Right. It doesn't
I
matter.
mean, do you put the R first or
Right.
second?
Third. Yeah,
Third?
you put it anywhere you want.
Maybe it's silent.
Right. Priscilla.
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 Starring Elvis.
Yeah, and the other girl.
This movie, I might be exposing myself as a fraud here.
Ooh.
Because did I like this movie? Did I say I liked this movie?
No, I think you were kind of.
This might be one of those movies that got worse in time. You know when you watch a movie and you love it, and then over time you appreciate it even more and more and more?
You didn't love it. I think this is a movie where you were like, it was whatever. I didn't,
Yeah.
and I disliked it.
Yeah. I think this is the one. The reason why I put it on the list is because, like you with Napoleon, this is the one where when I was out in the hallway and the ushers asked me how it was, I think I used the word boring.
Yeah.
Like it was beautifully shot. The acting was great.
Every individual scenes were great.
But the storyline started out here and it went flat, and at the end of the movie it was here, which is
Yeah.
the exact same space.
It
Like
just-
nothing happened.
Yeah, it just seemed like bullet point diary notes.
Yeah. And then when she
Without
finally
context.
when she finally did leave him, she basically was like, "I'm leaving. I'm taking the kids," and he was like, "See ya." And
Yeah.
then they rolled credits.
Like you didn't really learn anything about
Either one of them.
either one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So my fifth worst was John Wick. My fourth worst was Priscilla.
So that's number 7. So number
Yeah.
8.
Number 8. I have a passion for this one. I feel strongly
Passion
about
of the
this
Christ?
one. Not quite. Haunting in Venice.
Really?
Yes. And again, there's a disappointment element. This is the movie, if you remember, I complained ahead of time that their marketing was unclear.
Oh.
Is this a horror movie or is this an Agatha Christie, mystery that's fun to watch?
I think not expecting it to be a horror movie, I enjoyed that. I enjoyed it a lot more.
Yeah. I enjoyed it, but I really feel like it could have been
It
awesome.
wasn't great.
Right.
It was good.
Right.
I thought it fit I think the whole series is just kind of good. and
No,
not
see, I
great.
disagree. I think the first two were great.
Oh.
And I felt like this one really dropped off, and I blame the failure. No, I think it's short-sighted to just blame the marketing department. It's a failure from conception
Okay.
to know who you are.
Yeah, because they wanted to make it spookier and spookier, yeah.
Okay, let's
They
lean
really
into
get
it
into
and
it.
do it. And they never resolved who they were or what they were trying to do, and therefore the end result was none of the above. It wasn't scary, but it also wasn't like fun and light and.
It wasn't
Yeah.
fun and light, but I don't know. I liked it a lot more than
Yeah.
To me, this was like would have been like in a top 10. It would have been like my number 6 or 7.
All right, what do you got?
Number 8 is Guardians of the Galaxy 3. One of the most visually offensive movies of the year for me. Literally, bothered me for days.
So we can segue to my number 2 without changing the topic, because my number 2 was also Guardians of the Galaxy.
Your number
my second least, like almost worst.
You're number 9.
I'm sorry, number 9.
Yeah, you're switching the numbers up, so just keep it the 1
Okay,
to 10.
I got you.
So my number 8 was Guardians of the Galaxy.
And
your number 9
was Guardians of the Galaxy. And I forget if I pretended that I saw it or not, but I think I didn't. I think you know that I didn't see this movie, and I may have pretended I saw it, but I never saw it because of what you said and what I consistently heard from everybody, which was animal cruelty and it's not a good movie.
Does that count as your worst movie of the year if you haven't seen it? One of your worst movies of the year?
Yes, because had such high hopes. That's exactly why I put it on there, because this is a Marvel movie that I loved the first one.
Yeah, I love the second one.
Liked the second one. And was hoping for a rebound on the third one. There was some conflict in my schedule where I wasn't able to see it ahead of time.
Right.
And then the reviews, and not just reviews, because I hate talking about reviews. I don't do Rotten Tomatoes. That's for suckers.
Who needs other reviews in this podcast?
Nobody does.
Right.
So I'm not talking about reviews. I'm talking about comments from friends of mine who have seen it, like you,
Yeah.
And it was unwatchable from what everybody reported. So I'm sorry, I'm not trying to dominate the conversation, but you put it as number.
I'm more stuck on, does this count for your
Absolutely,
list?
it counts.
Podcast at pencinema.com. Does
Oh my
not
God.
seeing a movie, if you don't see a movie, can it count as one of your worst films of the year?
Spoiler alert, it totally can. And if you write in otherwise,
It's like, what's your favorite flavor? And what's your least favorite flavor? Well, I don't like mango. I've never tried it, but
no, what you're doing.
But other people don't like it, so I'm pretty sure mango, worst ever.
Okay.
Worst ever. That's what you're doing.
Okay.
That's what you're doing here.
Okay. Fair enough.
Could have given it an honorable mention, and I would have been fine. But instead, you're like, Brazil, never been, never will be. Okay? My friend Frank got sick.
Got gonorrhea.
Yeah.
It's never been back.
I'm never going. The whole place. The whole place is bad.
How about this analogy?
Okay.
What you're doing
Yeah.
is telling our listeners, write in and tell us what's the worst flavor of ice cream and why is it chocolate?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Right.
Thank you for interpreting.
Podcast at pencinema.com.
Yeah.
If you think I am justified, I think I am. Absolutely I am.
I think you're justified for saying it was one of your biggest disappointments, but worse, I don't know. Anyway, what was your number 8?
I told you, Venice.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry.
Yeah, I had Venice and you had Guardians of the Galaxy, and then for number 9, I had Guardians and you had...
I have Killers of the Flower Moon.
Oh, wait, let me guess. David.
Yeah.
It was boring.
Yeah, well, really, it was, and it was 4 hours of my life.
I love how 2 of the most, best movies of all time made by some of the best directors ever.
What?
And David's like, it was boring. I didn't understand the plot.
No!
I couldn't tell the characters apart.
Whoa. I understood the plot. Yeah, I knew what was going down in this funky town. But I didn't need to sit there for 4 hours and marinate in it. When this movie ended, the credits came up and I was like, I kind of want to look some stuff up about this movie. The person I was with was like, no, I'm leaving, I'm gone, I can't sit in this anymore. And we're halfway down the stairs.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I could have watched this movie for another hour.
Well,
As a matter of fact, in my official top 10, this is in my top 10 of best movies.
What happens when you're addicted to something? You can't get enough of it.
This
You
was
need
my-
more and more and
This
more.
was my number 10.
Where's the Zack Snyder cut? The 12-hour.
Yeah, just outside of the top 10. Keep walking.
12-hour Flower of the Moon.
All right, now, David, sometimes, on occasion,
Yeah.
you and I are not on the same page.
That's so rare.
It's almost unheard of.
Yeah, we just have a list here.
Right.
Clearly.
Clearly.
Slot to slot.
Dialed in.
Yeah.
Right. And then sometimes we are entirely on the same page.
Yeah.
Finishing each other's...
Sandwiches.
Right. So our number 10,
Yeah.
least favorite or worst?
Worst movie of the
Worst
year.
movie of the year.
Yeah.
What'd you have?
Cocaine Bear.
I also had Cocaine Bear. Because the reason why I did is because John Wick 4 was on my list because it was a disappointment.
Yeah.
Because I was expecting one thing and got something less than promised. Cocaine Bear, also another disappointment.
Right.
Napoleon and Killers of the Flower Moon were on your list because they were boring. Cocaine Bear, also boring. Venice was on my list because the team behind the movie couldn't decide what they were trying to be. Cocaine Bear also couldn't decide what they were trying to be. Are we an action movie? Are we a comedy? So at the end of the day, there was nothing redeeming about that movie-going experience.
No. One of the things, we said this before. I've said it before. The end of this movie, I turned to my friend and I said, "I'm sorry." That I probably
I'm sorry I wasted an hour and a half. The good
you
thing
paid for a babysitter.
The only
for
good thing
this.
about this movie was that it was short.
Yeah.
It was literally the only good thing about this movie.
Yeah.
I can't wait till the sequel comes out.
30-minute movie.
What was the best part of this movie? Besides the shortness.
The best part of the movie is definitely the attack on the ambulance.
Yes.
Yeah. That's the
When
best
the
part.
lady's on the
stretcher.
the stretcher, and she flops out in her face and cries.
Yeah.
That was funny as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah. My friend, I watched this with a couple guys, and my friend, during the movie, said, "This is the worst movie I've ever seen."
It was bad. It was so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, those are our top ends.
Top ends. And I got to thank you, David,
2023.
because I never thought about doing it this way, but that was a lot of fun.
It's a challenge,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah, it was a challenge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. All right.
Podcast at Penn Cinema if you'd like to share your ends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your top ends.
Yep.
All right. Let's move on to listeners' notes, questions, answers, comments, suggestions, so forth and so on.
AKA best part of the show.
Yeah, my voice is going a little bit, so I'm going to let you take the lead here.
Okay, roger that. We got a nice note from Tony Baloney,
Yeah.
AKA T-Loney.
T-Loney.
Is this the guy whose mom wrote in about the poop?
The honorable mention.
The honorable mention.
Yeah.
The top sixth.
The top six.
The sixth. All right, so
Pooping all over.
T-Loney writes in and says, "So there I was at work. Understaffed, working like a one-armed paper hanger." That's such a good old school expression. He's as busy as a one-armed paper hanger. Imagine the sheer jubilation as David walked by and oh so casually mentioned to me, "Pull up your podcast app and take a look." To what did my wondering eyes appear? The abacus and 5 tiny best moments on a podcast. The skies opened and my drought of despair of having no Penn Cinema podcast this week was over. Jocularity once again ensued. Thank you, Abacus. Thank you. My new year is starting off fresh. Oh yes, imagine the excitement of telling my wife to listen to the Penn Cinema podcast. I told her with genuine excitement about how my own poop made honorable mention. It did not garner the response I was hoping for at all, and I totally agree with the top 5 moments. Well done, Abacus. Oh, well done. Or as they say in Latin class, kudos to you.
Yeah. What a world when you can say, my poop got an honorable mention. Yeah. All right. So then we came up with Nick Landis playing already. He wrote in with his top 10 for the year. He said, "I still might go see another movie or two before the year's end, but I imagine this will end up being my final top 10. Number 1, Oppenheimer. 2, The Boy and the Heron. 3, Asteroid City. 4, The Holdovers. 5,
Whoa. He's got a TV show listed on here.
well, that's what we're going to get to.
All right, so sorry. I
Poor
didn't mean
Things.
to
Number
interrupt.
5. Number 6 is Barbie. And then number 7 is Maestro. But apparently that was a streaming movie. Mm-hmm. That was meant to come out, wasn't it, at one point? Going to be in
Netflix
theaters?
played it in a couple theaters,
Yeah.
much to my objection. And by the way, I don't know if I talked about this on the show or not. I did end up watching this movie,
Oh, you didn't like it, right?
and I did not really like it. And he says that he claims he made up an imaginary theater and
Yeah.
says, "I saw this at PFS Bourse, so you can't call it a TV show."
Yeah, I saw it at Quarter Pound Cheeseburger
Right.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. Then number
I
8,
saw it at the HMS Pinafore, so la-di-da.
the quarter-pound steak.
I was in my room watching it on the phone, but through my Netflix app, but I was...
Basically a theater.
Right. I turned the lights off.
So number 8 was Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse. Number 9, Killers of the Flower Moon. And 10, Blue Jean.
What's Blue Jean?
I don't know. I don't remember. Hard to imagine that we would forget something.
Right. We never...
Literally anything.
Right. We never forget anything. I don't... But I do believe that I could forget about something, and then when I see it on somebody's top 10 list, I would be like, oh, right.
Yeah.
This movie doesn't ring a bell.
How come nobody has ever done a caricature of us as elephants? Because we never forget.
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Everyone's favorite sister also wrote in
Yeah.
the Godzilla X Kong trailer, heavy sigh. I don't know if you notice how I adapted that.
Well, for a second there, I was like, am I at a play?
Right.
A dramatic reading?
Right. The Godzilla X Kong trailer. It made me sad. I was so hyped for this movie, and it just looks like chaotic trash. Am I still going to watch it? Of course. Some of my favorite movies are chaotic trash, specifically Con Air and Armageddon. I just really wanted this trailer to be better.
She asked a lot, got a little.
She got a little. This is great. I don't know what to say to that, because what do you think about that? Did you feel the same way about the trailer?
Yeah, especially after seeing Godzilla -1.
Right. Right.
You look at that and you're just like, oh, why bother?
That's a really good point. Godzilla -1 really challenges the whole monster movie
Right?
thing.
Yeah.
Like, Godzilla -1 came right out and was like, hey, guys, listen, this can be good.
Yeah, what if this was better than just schlock?
Right.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
She goes on to say, you asked for top 10 movies for 2023. Keep in mind, I only saw 20 movies that came out in 2023, and none of those were named Barbie, Equalizer, or Godzilla -1. No judging. Here we go. Now, that's interesting. I want to just put it out there
Yeah.
that you're not required to have seen any number of movies in order to have a top 10 list. You could have seen 2 or 3 movies, but you could put out your top 10.
3.
No, you could put out your top 10 because the other 7 movies
Are pure speculation.
you were so happy to hear that they did so well.
Oh, is that how it is?
That's exactly how it is. So if you didn't see Barbie, but you could put it on your top 10 list because you love what it
other
did for the
people loved
industry.
it.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
This is what they call fake journalism. It's a big thing in the video game world right now. Fake video gamers. But I'm on to you.
No.
Pendulum Ketchum.
Okay. Her number, I'd like to read, I'm going to read her list backwards because she went like 1 through 10. So I'm going to start at 10.
Okay.
It's interesting because a lot of her movies, her top 10 list barely overlaps with ours.
Right. Yeah.
Which, okay, cool. Number 10, Guardians of the Galaxy 3, which was on the bad end of my worst movies of the year. John Wick 4, which was also on my bad end of worst movies of the year. Nimona. What's Nimona?
You didn't watch that one. That's the one I watched, that the animated film that Frodo recommended.
Okay.
About the girl who turns into a monster.
It didn't play here, right?
It was Netflix.
Yeah, gotcha. Sisu?
Oh, I did forget about Sisu.
Yeah.
That was a fun ride.
That was a good one. Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
Indy 5, which made my top 10 list.
No. Did it? Or did Mission Impossible make the top 10 list?
They both did.
Oh, but what number were they? And did they share one number? Because they should have, since you don't know the difference between the 2 movies.
That's a really valid point. Which I get their joke because I referenced a really funny train scene from Mission Impossible while I was reviewing Indiana Jones. Remember they were hanging off the cliff and you were like, wait, I think that was a different movie.
Drastically different films.
One was in like an ultra modern, high speed, slick, fast moving.
And one was basically black and white.
One was a steam engine. Just since you mentioned it, my number 10 was Killers of the Flower Moon. Number 9, Mission Impossible. Number 8, Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny. which I put on there for the same reason why Spider-Verse was your number one over Oppenheimer.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So anyway, working backwards on everyone's favorite sisters list: Guardians, John Wick, Nimona, Sisu, Indiana Jones 5. Number 5, Renfield.
See, I liked Redfield though. I kind of had a good time.
She's wrong.
At one point, he rips a guy's arm off and then uses it to spear through another guy's chest. Totally viable.
Number 4, Elemental, my dear Watson. Number 3, Spider-Verse. Now, here's what I think is the most controversial one. Number 2, The Marvels. How do you feel about that?
I feel the Marvels doesn't get as much love as it deserves.
Yeah.
I think when we talked about it being a very solid, just film. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Like it's nothing's fantastic, but at the same time, it's just like if you're looking for a feel good, almost standalone movie, it works really well. If you're looking for the next step in the Marvel universe, it doesn't quite work as well.
I hear you. Number 1, this is everyone's favorite sister top 10 list. Her favorite movie of the year, Haunted Mansion.
She does skew pretty Disney.
She does.
Yeah.
We love her for it.
Yeah. All right, so that's our listener feedback. Look, if you want to be a part of the show or share your top ends like we did this week, podcast@pencinema.com. It's the best way to get in touch with us. Now, it's been 2 weeks, so we can just kind of blast through this a little bit, but what are you reading? What's going on with you outside of the theater here?
Let's have a new way of introducing this segment.
Yeah.
From now on, when we get to this segment, let's say, hey, what's with you?
Hey. Oh, yeah. Now, our next segment, hey, what's with you?
What's with you?
What's your deal?
What's going on with all this? What are we doing here?
Clearly, it's not what I was expecting.
Doing the best with what God gave me. All right, I am not a huge podcast listener, but I do enjoy a good podcast, and I have been listening to Smartless. Also, of course, the Coopcast. Smartless I could recommend to everybody. Are you familiar with it?
No.
Oh my gosh. It's I'm going to completely blank. It's the 3 guys: Sean Hayes, Jason Bateman, Jason Bateman, and Will Arnett.
Oh yeah, okay.
And they are hilarious.
Yeah.
I love that show, and I'll completely embarrass myself because we're all friends here. And I will tell you that I listened to the show while I was driving home from somewhere with Amy, and I said to Amy, "This is so embarrassing to admit." I said, the only difference between their show and our show is that they're both, or all 3 of them, are super wicked famous.
What was the response?
Something along that. Like good, hearty laughter from the passenger seat.
It's true.
Right.
I stand by that.
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah. That should be our new slogan.
Right.
The only difference between us and the Smartless podcast is they're famous.
Right. That's like the guy who the old joke about, like, between me and Tom Brady, we got 7 Super Bowl rings combined.
Yeah.
All right. I've also been enjoying Des Linden's new book, Choosing to Run, and LeBron James's new book called LeBron, which Amy gave me for Christmas. I watched a conclusion of Slow Horses, which I continue to recommend to anybody. This show is amazing. So good. And Amy and I last night watched Babylon with Margot Robbie and Brad Pitt.
That's right.
From 2022, and I loved it. Again, I'd seen it a few times. Amy did not love it. It was a little too much violence.
It's a lot.
Yeah.
Well, I dipped into the streaming pretty hard these last few weeks. First, I'm currently trying to blast through because I need to return to the library, but Murtagh by Christopher Paolini, which is a new book in the Inheritance series, which is Aragon, for those who don't know the book titles. But it is fantastic. I'm enjoying it a lot, being back in that world. I also watched What If, a Marvel's What If, which I was kind of whatever about.
Whatever about What
It
If.
raised the question, what if I didn't watch any more of this series, to be honest. More just like it feels like a job now. Like I just don't care.
What are we doing here?
Yeah. I'm continuing to watch Reacher, which I'm very much enjoying. I think the finale is this week, which is great. Oh, man, I made a mistake. I watched Rebel Moon, and it was horrible. And not only was it horrible, but then you watch it and you're like, this wasn't good. Zack Snyder, the most influential superhero movie man of all time. But your Star Wars knockoff is not good. But not only is it not good, it's 2 parts, and I got to wait a couple months to watch the second half of this not good movie.
And you're gonna watch the second half.
Because I'm curious to see if it ever gets better. Because maybe the ending is good enough to redeem it. But not only that, he's come out and said there's a Snyder cut of this movie that's so different that it's almost not the same movie anymore.
We hate Snyder cuts.
Right. And apparently when he agreed to direct this movie, part of the direction was we want a PG-13 movie, we want it this long, we want it 2 parts. Film whatever you want for your Snyder cut. We'll release that later. So he like filmed 2 movies at the same time, knowing that he was going to cut it down and make like. Apparently they're very different. Anyway, this is stupid as hell.
I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah. Then I watched a really interesting movie on Prime called Archive.
Okay.
Premise is a guy, his wife died in a car accident, but there's this thing you can sign up for that they don't. It's one of those things that it's high concept, so they don't explain it. But you can sign up, and if you die, somehow there's a box that you can get, and you can have 200 hours of communication with the person who died. Somehow their consciousness is stored inside this machine. And first it starts off like video calls, and then the data gets worse and worse. And by the end, you can only make phone calls. And then once you run out of 200 hours, they're gone. But his thing is he's a robotics guy. He's trying to create a robot body to somehow transfer the consciousness into.
Interesting.
So it's really good. If you're not going to watch it, I'll tell you about the end later because it's fun. And
It sounds like I will watch it. I like that stuff.
It's long and it's slow. I'll warn you about that.
Is it a future piece, like takes place in current times, or is it like sci-fi modern times?
It's sci-fi modern times.
Okay.
Like, what if we had robots
Gotcha.
kind of thing?
Yeah.
And like
Like the
cybernetic
Jetsons.
implants. Yeah. So it's called Archive. And then my biggest recommendation is I watched the series Blue Eye Samurai, which was fantastic.
What was that on?
It's on Netflix. It's animated, but it's like the story. It's got great subplots. The episodes are long, so they feel like you've actually watched something. The action is amazing. Just overall, just some of it's really pretty. I really liked it a lot. So don't watch it with your kids, though. It's very bloody.
Oh, you know what else I watched?
What's that?
I watched for the second time Blue Heron.
Oh,
Did I already tell you this?
I don't think so.
So when we watched it, I watched the subtitled version.
Right.
And then I rewatched it again with my friend, and
You
we
mean
watched
The
dubbed.
Boy and the Heron.
What did I say?
Blue Heron.
Yeah. I always call it Blue Heron. The Boy and the Heron.
Yeah. And did you like it better?
Loved it.
Okay.
I wouldn't say better or worse because I loved it the first time, but yeah, I loved
different.
it again. Yeah,
Yeah.
really, really great. Really great movie. All right, so next week, what do you want to do? The only new movie is Night Swim.
What's that one?
That's the horror movie with the people swimming at night and they get sucked under the water because the house is haunted and the pools. I mean, it's a horror movie. Or you could watch one of the movies that I watch, like Boys in the Boat,
right.
and I could watch Poor Things and we could comment on those. Or since you didn't see Ferrari and I didn't see Ferrari, we could watch Ferrari.
I say, let's do the switch 'em up. Because
Okay.
what comes out the week after?
Oh, week after we have 5 new titles.
Okay.
The big one being Mean Girls.
Okay. So let's do the switch 'em
Okay.
up.
Switch the old switcheroo.
Unless we want to both see Purple. You said you saw. Yeah.
No, I didn't see Color Purple. I highly recommend it because everyone I know who's seen it has loved it, but I have not
It's
seen
basically
it.
on your top 10 list.
Yeah, it's my top 10 best movie of the year. Actually, it's not, but that's a whole nother episode.
Okay. So, all right. So I'll see Boys in the Boat. You'll see
Poor Things.
Poor Things. Because I think next week, Trailer Master Jason wrote us a big email on a subject that's becoming pretty
Touchy?
hot right now.
Sensitive?
I feel like,
Alarming?
yeah, I feel like maybe I hear a little bit more of it than you do.
Talk to me.
But it's on the idea of commercials being played before movies in the theaters. And then also subsequently, there's a lot to it, but also subsequently, I want to wrap in the length of trailers or times to sit people in the theater. We've talked about it here. You know, you've got 4 trailers.
We got some feedback to the Pen Cinema podcast that we didn't review on air.
Yeah.
But somebody was talking about a movie they saw somewhere else. It might have been Trailer Master.
This was
Jason.
Trailer Master
Yeah.
Jason, yeah.
And he wrote about how nice it was at Penn Cinema because we always start our movies right on time.
Right. And there's
So
only
if you have a 7 p.m. show at a Penn Cinema location, you're going to be watching the feature film by approximately 7:04.
Right. Yeah. So, and we'll get into it next week because it's not just Trailer Master Jason I've read. All of a sudden, there's been articles about it because I think the major chains are pushing the limit.
I would
on
argue
this.
they've been pushing the limit
But
for years.
It's gotten worse apparently. But
How could it get worse?
so they're adding commercials in.
Yeah.
We'll talk about it. But along the lines of just one of the things I noticed that this holiday season for a lot of people went back to theaters that didn't last year because they were still in COVID. But they're not like your normal goers, but they're vocal. Yeah, they're not your normal movie people, but they're very vocal people.
Interesting.
And they went back, and I saw a ton of posts about, I'm never going to the theater again. What do they think? I'm going to sit through 35 minutes of ads before, I got there on time. I had to sit, all this stuff.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about that next week. I think
Brutal.
that'll be our big thing.
Boy, that sounds like fun, David. Can't wait for that one. I might be sick that day.
Interesting is fun.
Interesting is never fun. Not what it has to do with. Tune in next week for why people hate the movies here at the Penn Cinema Podcast with your friend David Downer Moulton.
No, but it'll be. We'll get into it.
Okay.
All right.
The only reason why I'm cool with having this conversation is because
We're the opposite, right?
we're the opposite. Yeah, absolutely.
So, cool. All right. Well, once again for the Penn Cinema Podcast, look, if you want to be a part of the show,
Yeah.
the number one way to do that,
Right.
go ahead and send us an email, podcast@pencinema.com. That's a new email
Yep.
for our 6th year
Wow.
of podcasting, podcast@pencinema.com. But if you want to support the show, what's the number one way to do that?
Well, the number one way to do that is to tell a friend about a movie that you haven't seen
And how it's on your top 10?
and how it's on your top 10. What we really appreciate is when people review their top 10 lists.
Yeah.
And the smart people, the really cutting edge thinkers, the thinkers of their day,
Yeah.
they like to include a movie they haven't seen because it allows you an opportunity for social commentary.
Right.
Right. And then in the midst of that commentary, that's when you work into it.
I haven't really seen it yet.
Well, I haven't really seen it yet because I've been busy listening to the Penn Cinema Podcast because I knew the Penn Cinema Podcast would be so much more interesting. And David's always saying about how interesting is fun. There's nothing more fun than interesting.
Right.
And by God, this show is interesting. And it's a little known fact that, but of all the podcasts out there,
We're
one of them. Yeah. So, and if you don't want to make up a review,
Right.
if you lack the creativity, the imagination,
That's so weird.
and it's weird too because we always have ideas, and some people can't. So we say like, oh well, if you don't own a rowboat, for example, then you can support the show by just tell a friend.
Because you're not prepared for a tsunami.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why somebody wouldn't have a rowboat at their beck and call, but
Right.
here I am helping them anyway.
Right.
But in this instance,
Yeah.
there's literally nobody that wouldn't be able to come up with a fake top 10 list.
Right. Number 1, Pen Cinema Podcast, best movie of the year.
Boom.
Yeah. All right. Well, once again, for the Pen Cinema Podcast, I'm David Moulton.
And I'm Penn Ketchum.
Take care and party on.
Thanks for joining us this episode. Our hosts would love to hear from you. To contact the show with your thoughts and reviews, email podcast@penncinema.com. This podcast is a production of Penn Cinema. Escape to the movies at Penn Cinema, featuring crisp digital projection, killer sound, reserved seating, and premium power recliners. With locations in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, Wilmington, Delaware, and Huntington Valley, Pennsylvania. Showtimes and tickets available at www.penncinema.com.